Welcome everybody, hello, my name is Mr. Galindo and we are today doing an Inventor tutorial on the CAM process. Now this is the first video here. This should be complemented with some extra teaching in lesson and also homework, so I'm not going to be taking too much time to explain why I'm doing things. I'm more just going through the process and the steps you need to follow to make sure your car can be manufactured in these videos. So without much further ado, I've got a CAM2 project already made, ready to go. You should have one that's maybe just called CAM. I'm going to open the workspace folder here. I'm going to go to our class page on Daymat. I'm going to find the fixture 2 spigots, fixtures and balsa stocks. I'm going to select them so they download. I'm going to drag the first two across and then download the third one, which will be for me the fixture spigot. Okay, having done that, I am not going to bother renaming them, but obviously I've downloaded them before, so they've got the 1 symbol there. I'm going to go and find my vehicle that I want to manufacture, which is this one here, my first car C. I'm not going to do a custom car. I'm going to just rename this one though CAM, okay? Because it's the CAM car now, it's completely separate from the other my first car. I'm not going to click open on those. I'm going to go straight to a new assembly file, and I'm going to save this new assembly file as CAM, and that's it. I'm then going to go place, and I'm going to select in those balsa stock and spigots. When you put them in, you need to go right click grounded origin. That is the way we input these, and I have designed them so that they fit exactly on the location they're meant to be. So if it doesn't look exactly like it does on my screen with the spigot with the red component inside the stock and the fixture on the other end, both of the fixtures, but the fixture spigot is that one. The fixture is perfectly meshed and aligned to the balsa stock there. Something's gone slightly wrong. Now I'm going to place in the car. Now the car is likely to be slightly wrong. So for example, it's currently facing in the wrong direction. The front is to this side. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to go rotate around Y. Should be pretty proficient at working out which axis to rotate around now. You can see that lines up now properly. I'm going to select OK. And I've moved it off because it's easier then to put in the constraints. For example, canister housing, back surface, flush not mating, and then finally an angle constraint of 0 degrees there as well. So now that actually means that the stock cannot move at all. I can't shift that. It won't let me, as you can see with the no movement symbol there. Having done that, I now need to adjust my file so that I've got a spigot that just projects beyond the design here so that actually I can manufacture this properly. I am going to go to save first of all. I'm then going to right click on CAM, edit. Once it's got to that point, I'm going to select these 3 other components, turn the visibility off. I'm now going to go plane, offset from plane. I'm going to go to the origin and select probably the YZ. Yep, it was. Drag that forward so that I'm in front of the axle holes and select OK. Now you will have to make a choice about where this is, but basically I know that I'm going to project a rectangle square straight out the front of this a little way, and if I do it behind the axle holes, it will fill it up. I don't want to do that. In short. Okay. I'm going to go extrude. Oops, sorry. I'm going to go to start sketch, select my new work plane, rectangle, roughly about here. I'm going to go right click OK. I'm going to quickly project the geometry of the top of the edges here, the side of the edges, bottom of the edge, right click OK. Slice graphics so that I can see what I'm doing. Dimension from the inside rectangle to the top edge, 4. That should have automatically selected it did. There we go. Keep going through. So I'm just automatically dimensioning this so that it's relative to the size of the model it's in. Finish the sketch. I'm going to now extrude that material. I'm going to angle my way around a bit. I'm going to project it forward just enough that realistically it's in front of the wing there. So I'm probably going to go just 55 there. Alright, so that's fully in front. Now one of the interesting things about this is that you'll notice that the there's a very small amount of space there, and when you machine, obviously the machine's going to be, as we've talked about, a bullnose mill bit, so it's probably going to leave a fillet. Well, it will leave a fillet there, and if the fillet's too big, you won't know the actual edge surface. So looking at this, I actually kind of think it's a bit small. So I'm going to go back to that sketch, and this is where it's really useful that I used a function to align it to this measurement. I can just change that one measurement, and they all change. So now you'll see it shrinks all the way around. Okay, having done that, I'm going to go save again. I'm going to move up to the actual part file here, so I'm back in the assembly, and I'm going to re-visualize these three components. And we should look something like that. Now, that's pretty good. Okay, finally, I am now going to go to 3D model, start 2D sketch. I'm going to select this surface here. I'm going to just create a rectangle that aligns to 0 on the x-axis. So I'm going to go 0, and I'm probably only going to go about 50 for this. Now basically what I want to do is have about more than a drill bit width, so 6 mil above my vehicle design and below my vehicle design. Now realistically you probably want to go 55 in case, but I'm going to go 50 because I don't want to have it too much. I only want about 6 mil. I'm going to select that first line. I'm going to go past and just this by eyeball. It needs to go past more than 6 mil there, but I don't want to go anywhere near the fixture there. So that looks pretty good. Alright, now you should be able to identify, and I'll have worked with you hopefully one-on-one by this point to work out which kind of machining you're going to be doing. This only requires side and side machining. So having done this, I'm going to finish that sketch. Now this is now fully ready to create our stock and our first setups for manufacture. So I'm going to pause here, save what I've done, and that's the end of the preparation stage for creating our manufacture codes. Well done, I'll see you next video.